A black car is seen speeding away from a police chase. The driver is doing everything he can to run away, but the police are just behind him. While the cops are giving him a chase, the car overturns. Vikram Sethi, an acclaimed British writer and NRI, manages to escape with minor injuries. The cops are still behind him. A young woman, Maya, comes in front of the police car and begs for help. Cops rush towards her apartment and find Vikram standing next to the dead body of Maya's lawyer husband, Shekhar Sinha, who's been murdered. Dev, a senior police officer, arrives to the crime scene. Other cops tell him that Shekhar was murdered by Vikram, who was running away after killing his wife, Catherine. The police retrieve a blood-stained candle holder, which was the weapon used to kill Shekhar. They also find burnt photographs in the trash can. Dev's senior officer informs him that they have to solve the case within 3 days, as Vikram is a well-connected UK citizen and there is a lot of political pressure from the embassy. If they cannot charge him guilty in 3 days, then they will have to let him go. Dev starts his investigation with Vikram. According to Vikram's account, on the night of the launch of his second book in Mumbai, his wife did not attend the book launch because she was tired. Dev asks that her wife was the CEO of the company which launched his book, then how can she not attend the launch? Vikram says that Catherine used to take medicines for a heart ailment, and due to overexertion, she was not feeling well. That is why he came back early from the launch to his hotel to find his wife Catherine dead and calls the police. Dev asks if this is the truth, then why did he run away? Vikram says due to bad behavior of the police officers, he fled because he feared he'd be falsely accused of killing his wife. Dev asks why he killed Shekhar. He denies and says that he didn't even know him. That night after the accident, in a nearby apartment, he found Maya at the door of her flat and asked her for help when she was dumping something in the trash can. He begged her for one phone call. Vikram entered her flat and found the glass of the center table shattered. Maya told him that she had accidentally dropped a vase on the table. He also noticed that the bedroom door was locked from outside using a key. When Vikram's photo pops up in a news channel, Maya says him to leave. Vikram says that he was falsely accused of everything and asks her to help. The maid rings the doorbell and Maya asks her to leave. It was very confusing that why did Maya not try to run? Dev refuses to believe anything Vikram says. A police officer calls Dev out and says Maya is here. Inspector Kadam informs Dev that there is another case on Vikram. A young girl, Sandhya, had committed suicide after Vikram had betrayed her trust by using her name in his novel. Dev asks to call Sandhya's father. Maya tells Dev that Vikram and Shekhar did not know each other. According to Maya's account, her doorbell rang and she answered the door. Vikram overpowered her and entered the house. Maya struggles to save herself. The doorbell rang. Since Vikram was standing behind the door with a knife, Maya asks the maid to leave. After watching Vikram on the news, Maya tries to run again but fails. Dev hears someone screaming and talks to the guy. It was Sandhya's father. He says that Vikram had insisted Sandhya a lot to publish her story in his new novel, as it could help a lot of other rape victims. Vikram had promised that no one will know Sandhya's name, but somebody leaked it to the media. People had started teasing Sandhya. Half of the relatives were ashamed of her. Sandhya couldn't take it anymore and killed herself. Now, police had 2 days left to solve the case. Dev comes and asks Vikram what happened further in Vikram's story. Vikram says it's not a story, everything is true. Vikram says that after the maid left, Vikram told Maya about his situation and she believed him. Maya says that her husband is a lawyer and he will be coming back soon. He can help Vikram. Maya offers Vikram a drink. Dev investigates Maya now and says that they have retrieved 2 glasses from Maya's house with her and Vikram's fingerprints on them. Maya gets angry and exclaims that she didn't drink with Vikram willingly. Vikram was going through papers at Maya's house. She asks if she can drink water. Maya hides a flashlight in her clothes, and when Vikram arrives, she got afraid and offered him a drink. Maya says that she has to use the washroom. Maya tries to signal the security guard with the flashlight. Vikram sees the flashlight and attacks on her. Vikram denies all of this and says that Maya was being very friendly with him. She offered him a drink and attempted to seduce Vikram, but he did not give in. Vikram found Shekhar's wallet under the sofa. Maya anxiously says that Shekhar must have forgotten it. Dev refuses to believe that after Catherine got killed, Vikram coincidentally entered a house in which Maya had killed her husband. Vikram gets angry and shouts that, "I'm telling you, Shekhar's dead body must have been in the locked room." The security guard tells Dev that Shekhar had come back to the house at 7:30 p.m., but he did not see him leave after that. Maya says that Shekhar returned at 12 a.m. and struggled to free her from Vikram. In the struggle, the glass of the center table got shattered, and Maya rushed outside to a police vehicle for help. By the time Maya returned with the police, Vikram had killed her husband with a candle holder and was standing next to his body. Dev says that according to Watchman, Shekhar came back at 7:30. Maya says that at 7:30, he only came for a few minutes and left again. Dev says that according to post-mortem report, Shekhar died between 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. He implies that Maya had killed her husband. Maya denies everything and starts crying. A neighbor gave Dev a video. He showed Vikram the video in which Vikram is seen fighting with Catherine 2 days before her death. Vikram says that to make the book successful, Catherine had leaked Sandhya's name to the media, so Vikram wanted to cancel the book launch. Catherine threatened him that she will file a case against Vikram and he will never be able to write again. Dev is informed that according to post-mortem report, Catherine died of a heart attack. The forensic team informs Dev that Shekhar was attacked on the head by someone while Shekhar was standing, and that the attacker must have been at least 6 feet tall. The police initially suspect Vikram as his height is 6 feet 1. Furthermore, it is found that the photographs that were burnt had been taken by a detective hired by Shekhar. The photographs were of Maya and her lover, Chirag, who was also about 6 feet tall. The police investigate Chirag, who corroborates Maya's account. Dev tells him that his blood was found on the crime scene. He says that Maya and he met on the night of Shekhar's murder. Shekhar arrived and got angry at both of them after showing them the pictures proving their affair. Shekhar and Chirag got into a fight, and that's how he got injured. Chirag left after that and came again later, but Maya sent him away due to Vikram. Dev asks Vikram to tell his side of the story. Vikram narrates that after seeing the wallet, he wanted to leave, but then the doorbell rang, and a tall man entered, who Maya introduced to Vikram as her husband. Vikram finds a photo frame in the room and realizes that the man was not her husband, but her lover. He attempts to flee, but her lover hits him on the head with a candle holder, and Vikram momentarily loses consciousness. Vikram gets up later to find her husband's body next to him and the police at the door accompanied by Maya. Dev was now in a dilemma on who to believe. Dev says that it is confirmed that Shekhar had come back at 7:30, according to the Watchman and Maya. If Shekhar had left again, then Vikram has killed him, and if not, then Maya and Chirag had killed him. He gets an idea to find this out. He asks for the evidence box of the case. According to him, at the night of the murder, the rain started at around 11 p.m. If Shekhar had gone out at 8 p.m. and come back at midnight, then there must be mud on his shoes. It was evident now that Maya and Chirag had killed Shekhar before Vikram came. Coincidentally, Vikram was about to get trapped in the house in which he came to ask for help. When Maya came to know that police was finding Vikram for Catherine's murder, she cleverly put Shekhar's murder on Vikram's head too. It was a crime of passion. Vikram is deemed innocent and gets released from custody. He cremates his wife's body and is about to fly back to London. At home, Dev is reading Vikram's book when Dev's wife tells him that the protagonist dies of drug overdose in the book. Dev thinks for a while and rushes to the forensic doctor to check if Vikram's wife could have died from an overdose of the medicine she had been taking for her heart ailment. They discover that although the prescription was for a very low dose of the medicine, the pills had been tampered with, and the actual dose was 4 times higher, which would have caused Catherine to have a fatal heart attack. Dev calls up Vikram while the latter is about to catch a flight to London. On the phone, Vikram confesses to having killed Catherine and Shekhar. He reveals that he killed Catherine because she was threatening to charge him for the suicide of Sandhya. When the police arrived at his place, he noticed a call from Shekhar on Catherine's phone, who was the lawyer working with Catherine to file a case against him. He then fled to Shekhar's house to retrieve and destroy the legal documents of the case. When Maya went out to seek help, he killed her husband and stumbled across her photographs with her lover while searching for the legal documents. He burnt the photographs and threw them in the trash can, and then created a convincing story to dupe the police. He also changed Shekhar's shoes, which actually did have mud on them. He tells Dev that he has already cremated his wife's body, so there's no evidence left. Dev attempts to stop Vikram's flight, but in vain. Vikram's voice in the background says that he simply took advantage of a coincidence, ittifaq, to build his case. Make sure to subscribe, turn on the notification so you can watch more interesting content like this. Thank you.